I'm with you. By the way, if you have a goal in life to live till you die, that is a very solid goal. I am not dismissing that at all. All these other goals like fat loss and hypertrophy and throw the discus farther, those have to be repackaged. But let me tell you the answer. Okay. One of my favorite books is, of course, is Don Quixote. Cervantes is an interesting guy, and he says something in that book that you need to spend time with every year, I think. It's the road, not the inn. And this is something I have found, it is as difficult a thing as anything I've ever learned as an athlete. Generally, when you win something, it's actually, Dan, you've been with me when I've won things. Gary's been there when I won things. And it's weird because, you'll get up on this platform, all these people are cheering for you, and you smile. And it's hard to tell your spouse, after dropping all that money and all that time, yeah, it's just not that big a deal. When you go 14-0 and you win the state championships, you're worried about making sure all the balls get on the bus. But it's the road. It's the road. When I look over my journals through all the years, it's a rare victory in my life that's meant. They mean a ton. I keep this stuff, but it always was the journey. And that's the key to goal setting. When you get yourself down to 3% body fat, your goal, very often what happens, when people get those body composition goals, I was listening to the radio yesterday, this little station that my daughter put on, and I just was listening, and the girl was bragging about how she's off her diet, and her last few days on the diet, she was looking through cookbooks. She failed because the goal was to finish this diet. And the second the diet was over, completely gone. So your goal is a very, very good goal. But remember, it's the path. And that's what I've always fallen in love with, was the path. I love, Gary's seen me work with Pavel. I love being taught and just having my eyes like, oh, why didn't someone tell me that? Where were you in 1974 when I was trying to figure this out for myself? So you're on the right track. To live till you die is a great goal. Now, on the sub-goals, all the sub-goals we can talk about, I would just pick, like you were talking about, you have some balance issues, I would pick one or two exercises, and I would start to think, two things I think we miss. The first word is elegance, and the other one is mastery. People are always trying to do get-ups with, there's this challenge at our school to do a get-up with the 110-pound kettlebell. It's a serious goal. And kids will try that. And it's like they'll do it, and it's just brutally ugly. The elbows are whipping around on the side of the head. But when you watch somebody like Dr. Mark Chang do a get-up with a cup in his hand, just an empty plastic cup, and it flows, and it's beautiful. It's a funny story, but I'll tell you the whole story. I have a friend named Tim Carr. Gary knows Tim Carr. Tim and our brother Ray went to school together. And Tim's come to some of my track meets and seen me throw. And he found out that one of my brothers has never seen me throw the discus. And Tim said, but it's so beautiful when you throw. When you go to a track meet, you can usually tell who the best are by how lovely it is. They show this film every so often of Dr. J doing that kind of weird dunk where he went like this. He went underneath the net in the air and kind of went like this, and the ball went in the... When you see that, you know that's good. I don't know who won the game. I don't. I have no idea. I don't care. So what I would talk to you about is, no matter what you decide your sub-goals are, and it doesn't matter, they can be, I want to look symmetrical and elegant. I want to look right. I want to be squared away. Those are great goals. I want to feel good in the morning. I want to have my shoulders in the right place. Those are all fabulous goals. So that's what I usually tell people when they're a little struggling with goals. And I tell you, and then you get a guy, psychopath like me, who's got, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. God, when I first met poor Tiffany, she said, well, what do you want? And she'll tell you. It's like I went, what do I want? I want a house with wood. I want to. She's like, oh God. She says, I was coming out of a real odd time. I just got back from Middle East and stuff, and she said it was like you just sit, all of a sudden, and I got them all. I got all those goals within 1 year. All of them. Boom. All of them. You know. Okay, now what are my goals? Okay, my goals now are... So for me, when you hear someone like me, remember, I'm not a healthy person. I'm not a healthy person, okay? But for most people who are what we call normal, it's live till you die, and then work on the elegance and the beauty of things. I think you'll have a wonderful career in physical training by just trying to be mastering the get-up, mastering the swing, doing everything right. You won't get hurt. That's the fun thing. As we all saw yesterday in the swing, you know.